Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a lap guide for the lap time challenge taking place at Lago Maggiore with the Nissan Z Performance. So this is the 2023 model. To access this lap time challenge, make sure you have sport mode unlocked. So make sure you complete menu book number 9. Go into sport mode and you'll see the time trial challenge hanging out right in front of you. So this is a 2-week event ending at the very end of September 28, 2022 in Pacific time. We are on the sports hard tires, BOP is on, tuning is disabled, and if you have any body modifications, so a front bumper or a rear wing, it's going to be made cosmetic only, so it won't affect the car when you do this time trial. So our goal is to make sure we get into the goal time range, which as of the making of this video is below 220.7. Some things to know before we start the lap guide. The Z Performance has pretty soft suspension, so you need to be very careful with your inputs to prevent the car from sliding around. This turn being one turn where it's really easy to slide out of control if you're not careful enough. The sports hard tires also doesn't help as there's not much grip to begin with. And Lago Maggiore is known for having very lax track limits, so you can really take advantage of the curves, just as you see right now, to try to reduce your lap times. So take advantage of those curves. You'll see me cheese a couple of turns. One of them I kind of cheesed a big time by accident, and you'll see that in the lap guide. And now on to the lap guide. Bring yourself towards the right side of the track and brake before you reach the Italian colored barrier that is on the left. So full braking power in a straight line. Start to turn in just as you go under the 50-meter board right here. And you can take advantage of the curb that is on the left. You'll actually see my ghost take more advantage of it than I do right here. Then brake before the white area on the right ends and make your way towards the very inside part of the turn so you can take advantage of the curb in the yellow area. Second gear for rotation, third gear as you exit out of the turn and slowly get on the throttle. Really easy to spin out right here. Turn in before you cross the white line that goes across the track. Lift off of throttle. A little bit of braking if you need to slow down a little bit. Then brake before you reach the first black sign that is on the left. Full braking power for a short moment. Start to turn in. Go down to third gear for more rotation, but exit on fourth gear and gradually get on the throttle. You can also take advantage of the curves as you're exiting the turn. Now for the tricky turn, turn number 5. Look for the yellow area that is on the left. You're braking when you reach it. And you want to be very careful with your braking and turning input. So I'm controlling my braking inputs and slowly starting to turn on in, trying to make sure that the car doesn't step out too much. Hit the apex and carefully get on the throttle. And you want to be very smooth through here, really easy to have the car step out. Then look for the start of the curb that is on the right. Brake right as you reach it. Turn in when the curb on the right ends. So full braking power for a short moment. Going down to fourth gear. Gradually getting on the throttle and taking advantage of the curves. A little bit of throttle control needed as you take advantage of the curves. Little lift off of throttle as you make the left turn. Go up to fifth gear. Try to avoid touching the grass on the right. Little lift off of throttle as you make this right turn, trying to maintain your momentum. Stay on the left side of the track and you're braking just after you go under the 100-meter board. So just after you pass it, full braking power in a straight line. Turn in when the curb on the left ends. Make your way down to third gear. Third gear for more rotation. You can stay on third gear if you want a little more power, but you need to be very careful on your throttle input. You can exit on fourth gear if you need a little more stability. Start to turn in when the curb on the right starts. Little lifts off of throttle as you're going through the S's. Really easy to step out over here. Keep lifting off of throttle as you're turning in. Look for the Marshall stand that is on the left. Brake just as you pass it. Try to brake in a straight line because I turned in just a little bit in the car stepping out, so you need to be very careful about that. And here is where I actually really cheesed that turn, still somehow stayed within track limits. Then look for the end of the curb on the left. That's your braking point. So you need to do a little bit of trail braking, trying to get the car to rotate around that turn. Little lift off of the throttle to make sure that the car doesn't go off of the track. Then brake well before you reach the 50-meter board, so full braking power in a straight line. Turn in when the curb on the right ends, taking advantage of the curves, and carefully get on the throttle. And with this lap got me a 218.4. And this was a bit of a tricky one. Hopefully this guide helps you out in getting closer or even reaching into the gold time range. But that's going to be it for me. Hopefully this guide helps you out. If you like the video, you can press the like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I do have a memberships program thing that you can check it down below if you want to further support this channel. It really helps me out. But that's all for me. This is Mr. MCA. Good luck in this time trial, and I'll see you in the next video.